What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope you all are having a great day so far today. I wish I was doing this video under happier terms, but ever since I heard the news that Sonia Eddy passed away, who played the fabulous Epiphany Johnson, I haven't been right ever since I heard that news. I was so saddened by that. Like, it was so unexpected. It was a shock, that she passed. And she was only 55 years old. I'm going to miss her dearly. Like, I love Epiphany. Um, and the sad part is her character was just, getting into her groove, about to become a doctor. Her and Marshall got something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we done lost her. My goodness. Sonia Eddy was a beautiful woman, I swear. Talented, too. A wonderful actress. Hell of a singer. Um, it's heartbreaking to get news like that because she seemed like such a sweet lady. I never met her, personally, but from what I've seen of her in some interviews and read in some interviews, she seemed like a very wonderful person to be around, fun person, positive person. Like I said, her character, she brought Epiphany to life. One of my favorite characters. It was always a treat. We didn't get to see Epiphany all the time, but when we did see Epiphany, it was always fun. It was always a pleasure to see Epiphany. You know what I'm saying? That was a character that you just love to see, and I'm really gonna miss her. There was no details that I've seen of how she passed away or if she filmed anything for the show, and if we're gonna see a last air date of her. I'm not sure yet. I hope so. But rest in peace to Sonia Eddy, man. Rest in peace to her. That was such an amazing soul. And it's sad that we lost another great. But yes, rest in peace to her. Condolences and shout out to her family. Um, so yeah, rest in peace. But getting into this episode of GH, um, Sam bumped into Cody at Sonny's gym or whatever, and she thought he was leaving town. And Cody sitting there talking about, oh, Dante convinced me to stay. Remind me to whoop Dante ass later. Because who told him to tell this man to stay? We don't need him to stay, Mr. Cody. We want you to go. I want you to go. Like, I just don't see the point of him, you know? And they were talking about Rory's death and how that's had an effect on Dante because Dante didn't even come home. You know what I'm saying? He sent Sam a text saying he was okay and stuff like that, but she hasn't seen him. He didn't even come to the house or nothing. So I guess it's having a major effect on him. I mean, that's not shocking. Because when Nathan died and stuff like that, it had a profound effect on him too. It's hard when you not only lose. It's one thing to lose a friend and a partner, but to lose a fellow officer, like him and Rory obviously didn't know each other well and stuff like that, but it just sucks when you lose somebody in the department, that you work with. That always sucks, put a damper on you. But Cody was trying to sing Dante's praises, talking about, oh, he's the silent type. He just always quick to help somebody else instead of asking for help and stuff like that. And Sam tried to put it out there. She was like, well, me and Dante don't have secrets in our relationship. I'm like, Miss Sam, yes, y'all do. Because there's something in that folder that he not telling you what's in. And you need to do some detective work and find out what's in that folder. ASAP. So Dante was at the hospital and stuff talking with TJ, trying to get Rory's personal effects and stuff like that. Matt came up, giving him a report on bringing him up to speed on Rory's autopsy report. They did find the snake venom in Rory's system, so now they know for a fact they're dealing with a serial killer. But Matt was trying to get Dante to go home, go get some rest. He was like, listen, you need to take some time off, take a few days off. But Dante, he not trying to hear it. And that's when Cody had called Matt or whatever to ask, has he seen Dante and stuff. So Matt got the idea. He was like, you know what? Let's go to the gym. We could work out because that's where Sam and Cody are. But he didn't tell Dante that. So, they got to the gym and Dante and Sam embraced and stuff. And, Cody's trying to sit there and tell Mac, oh, if you don't want me calling you, sorry to call you if you don't want me to. He was like, oh, I'll delete your number. And, Mac told him, he was like, no, keep my number, just in case you want to hang out or you need something or whatever, just in case you need it, keep it. Cody is really pissing me off because Mac is such a good dude, and it's like you are really willing to throw away a good guy who's your dad for what reason? Like you are really willing to throw away a good dude, man. I think Mac would be a great father to him because we already know what type of dad Mac is. You know, he's a great father. He's a great guy, and I feel like Cody's throwing all that away for what? You know, and I think it made Cody realize because he had a conflicted look on his face. Like one decision could change your life, you know, forever in a bad or a good way. You know what I'm saying? Because Mac was reflecting on that. He was like, you know, kept thinking what would have happened? What would be different? What if Rory did not go to that apartment by himself? What if he went with backup? Which he should have did. You know what I'm saying? But I guess Rory wanted to be the hero or save the day or try to break the case wide open, you know. And which is good that he tried to show initiative, but sometimes showing initiative, especially in that line of work, could get you killed, which it did. Like, you got to be smarter than that, you know? I think it was dope that he wanted to show people, like, he's not just some patrol cop. Like, he could, you know, be a detective one day or something, which is good. But you got to learn how to use better judgment. You know what I'm saying? Because I think had he did, he would still would have been here. Maybe not, because, you know, from a writer standpoint, they got rid of him for whatever reason. But from a character standpoint, like, you gotta make better decisions, you know. So anyway, moving on from that. So Ava and Liz had their little confrontation at the chapel and stuff like that. And Ava wasn't trying to hear nothing Liz had to say as far as an apology goes. She was like, listen, you don't know real pain, but I will show you. She said, I will show you some pain. Because Ava felt like Liz wasn't really sorry. She said, but you will be. You know how Ava do with her threats. Liz just finally had enough of it. Liz snapped on Ava. She told her to shut up. She was like, oh, shut up. Not everything is about you. Like, she was trying to snap on Ava. I said, Liz, is this temporary insanity? You might want to shh. I mean, Ava's not somebody that you want to play with. Like, I'm just saying, like, have you seen her record? Like, you do know that Ava has killed people, right? You might want to... I mean, I give it to Liz. You brave as fuck for standing up for yourself against her. I give it to her. You know, that's some bold stuff to do. But you might want to chill out because, for one, you ain't got no witnesses around you. You ain't got nobody to pull Ava off your ass. So you might want to just shh. You know, that fake baby was the only thing that was saving her in that moment. Because I do agree, Ava wasn't going to jump on her. Like, that whole thing was just hilarious. Their whole little confrontation. But yeah, Ava wasn't gonna jump on her though because of that fake baby nonsense. You know, so she kept taunting Elizabeth, telling her, "Oh, you wasn't even Nicholas's first choice. Esme was." So that's when Liz basically had to blurt out that there's not gonna be a baby or whatever because she had to fake a miscarriage. She sat there basically faked the miscarriage. So Ava pretty much told her, well, don't go running to Nicholas if you think you're going to get comfort from him, because you won't, because she said he's selfish, he's a narcissist. Basically saying that Nicholas only cares about Nicholas. So after Ava done stormed out, Elizabeth had to have a talk with Jesus real quick. Because Elizabeth was like, she was admitting to, you know, herself and to the Lord that she don't know what the heck going on with her life. She was just like, her life is just being destroyed brick by brick, piece by piece. And I'm like, Liz, you doing it to yourself. Because at the end of the day, she should have never got involved in Nicholas's scheme anyway with Esme. Whatever shenanigans he got going with that girl, you should never, you know, got in the middle of it. You should have walked the hell away that same day. You know what I'm saying? Now you're in the thick of it, and now you got to come up with lies and excuses and everything else. Like, you are burning your life to the ground right now. All for what? All for what? And she thinks that this is her way of cleaning up the mess by faking a miscarriage. And now she had to call Nicholas and let him know, like, yeah, you know, I had a confrontation with Ava. I told her about the miscarriage and stuff. And Nicholas told her, listen, ain't no going back now. But my thing is, they think that they're in cleanup mode at this point. Like, they got everything under control. But you still don't, because even by telling everybody about the miscarriage and stuff like that, you still are in trouble. Because what if Esme do get loose? The moment she gets loose, that's your ass. Y'all going to prison. Y'all gonna be charged. At the very least, you might not go to prison. Or if you do get convicted, you might go for a little stint. But either way, you're gonna be in some mess when all this comes to the forefront. And not only the Esme problem, they got a whole nother problem they don't even know nothing about. Heather Weber and Ryan Chamberlain. That's a whole nother beast that they're gonna have to deal with at some point. And now Elizabeth done put herself in the thick of that, and she don't even know it. I'm like, Liz got made better choices. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like, "Oh, I'm not a bad person, am I?" My thing about Liz, do I feel like she's a horrible person? No. Do I think that she has a tendency to do some dumb shit sometimes? Yes, she does. You know, she's done plenty of stupid stuff in the name of a man, you know, for a man or whatever, or to try to get a man. She done some stupid shit in her life, but it's not like she does it all the time. Like, it's not like it's a recurring thing, like when you do it every day or every other day, compared to most characters on the show who do crazy shit every day. But she need to think first before she gets into these schemes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got kids, and the problem with her is she don't think about her boys until after the scheme is already done. That's when she want to think about it and think about the consequences. You should have thought about the consequences in your boys before you got involved in these sketchy ass situations. Because now you're involved in it, it's hard to get out of it now. Now you got this hanging over your head. And like I said, unbeknownst to her, she got Ryan and Heather gunning. Now they coming for the Cassadines, and you're in the middle of it. Because once they find out she's involved somehow, you know they're not going to let that slide. And Heather already don't really think much of Elizabeth anyway. She already mad at her about moving on from Franco, so you know Heather gonna be on her ass. So I'm like, Liz, you done put a dart on your back. All for what? All for what? Now it's your ass now. So anyway, moving on from that, Nicholas pretty much had to tell Spencer what's going on. About his divorce with Ava and stuff. Spencer annoyed me in that moment. Talking about, oh, well, I'm glad you finally see how toxic Ava is. I'm like, sir, you stay trying to blame Ava for everything, but the toxic one that's in your face is the motherfucker that's standing in front of you. That's your daddy. That's the toxic one. Ava, every time there's an issue in their marriage, Ava hasn't been the problem. Your daddy is the damn problem. That's the one who keeps causing these issues. You know what I'm saying? I think him and Ava could have had a good marriage if he would stop doing the foolish stuff that he do. He the one that keep putting himself in these situations. So now he had to tell her, you know, now Nicholas had to tell Spencer that he done banged somebody else. That he done, you know, cheated. He was unfaithful. So Spencer was like, who girlfriend did you bang this time? I said, I like that, Spencer. That was a good one. So he started telling him about Elizabeth and stuff like that. Spencer said, what? Spencer was like, she practically fucking family. He said, now how me and Cameron supposed to be around each other and look each other in the eye and you and his mama done canoodled? I mean, well, this ain't the first time that they canoodled, even though it's a fake canoodling, but still. Y'all must not know the history of Nicholas and Elizabeth from 2009. I'm just saying. Because mind you, Ava done threw the whole Lucky affair, you know, the whole Nicholas affair in Liz's face when, you know, she was with Lucky, and that's what made Elizabeth snap on Ava. But at this point, Spencer made it clear to his daddy, he was like, listen, I'm done with you. He said, I'm done. He said, once my parole, all my obligations, my release obligations are done, he said, I'm up out of here. He said, I'm about to be free of this place. He said, I'm gonna be a better man than you. Well, Spencer, I hope so. I hope so. I hope Spencer do turn out to be better than Nicholas. I ain't gonna hold my breath. Because I'm like father, like son a lot of times. So I'm like, you know, whether Spencer like it or not, I'm like, sir, you are a Cassadine. Like, Nicholas fought for years to not be like the other Cassadines, but I'm like, listen, at some point in time, it's gonna get a hold of you. You know what I'm saying? Everything Helena, Stavros, and all them wanted Nicholas to be or wanted Spencer to be, y'all gonna fall into it at some point. You can't dodge it forever. Lord knows Nicholas fought hard against them Cassadine urges, but a lot of times they came out. It happens. You know, you go over to that dark side. You know, Nicholas sitting there, oh, I love you, son. Oh, you're still my son. I love you. Oh, Nicholas, shut up. Sorry I disappointed you. Nicholas, you've been a disappointment. Don't worry. You're gonna find a whole new way to disappoint him, I'm sure. Well, and it's funny because Spencer told Nicholas, he said, you know, I can't think any lower of you than I already do now. So that's a damn shame when your son got to read you for filth. Like, that man said, I already think less of you. Now I can't think any lesser of you than I already do. That's some sad shit to hear your own child say to you. Like, that is just sad. You know, but I had those moments with some family members too, where I already thought less of them. And I'm like, listen, you could literally blow up New York right now, and it would not make me think no less of you than I already do. You got the moments with some family members. I'm not even gonna lie. You got some moments, not even just family members, just people. It's like you could literally walk down the street and slap somebody in the face, I will not think any lower of you than I already think. I already think low of you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can do anything at this point. It's not gonna make me. You already at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to how I think of you. You not even the bottom of the barrel. You below the bottom of the barrel. You the black sticky shit at the bottom of that barrel. That's how low I would think. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. And you know that's sad when you become the black. You ain't even the bottom of the barrel. When you become that black sticky stuff that's down there, that's even sadder. That's that. You just lowered it. That's how I think of people sometimes. Just lower than low. Like I don't give a damn what you do. I can't think no lower. That it be like that sometimes. So when Spencer said that to Nicholas, like I can't think any lower of you than I already do. I felt that. I felt that because I done had moments with people like that. I felt that shit. I felt it in my spirit. I felt it in my bone gristle when he said that. I was like, Spencer, I 1,000% agree with you. You can't think no lower of some folks. So anyway, moving on from that. Jocelyn and Mr. Dex. Dex sitting there talking about, oh, I don't care about what Spencer think about me. I don't care about what Cam think about me. You brazen. Like you just gonna sit over here kissing all up on another man, woman, and you just don't care, huh? You that brazen. She don't care either. I'm just over it at this point. I am. Like she wants to sit here talking about, oh, it's not your fault. You didn't create issues between me and Cam. I did that. It's all my fault. Well, Jocelyn, why are you still sitting there? Cameron even texted her to see how she doing. Why are you not getting on that phone, calling him and asking, where are you? Can I come see you real quick, or can you just come to the house? You need to talk to that boy. Like, why you keep prolonging it? Pull the Band-Aid off. What are you doing? Like, stop BSing with that man. He deserved to know that you over here canoodling with a whole nother dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he deserves to know. Stop sitting here blowing and yelling all in the the pillow. Yelling all, screaming all in the pillow, and go tell that boy how you feel. That y'all not a match. That y'all grew apart. You're not feeling him anymore. And move the hell on. But I'm pretty sure once she tell him that, he gonna put the pieces together and figure out that Dex is the reason. Because Dex, I really feel like, is the reason. Honestly, she could sit there and lie to herself and to him and to everybody else. That man the reason why you don't want Cameron no more. She can sit there and lie all she want to. Because Dex asked her, like, do you regret, us kissing? And she didn't answer the question. He said, me neither. So he took that as a no, you don't regret it, because she don't. That's why she keep doing it. When you don't regret nothing if you keep going back doing it. You don't regret a damn thing. You like it. And he love it. So that's what y'all going to keep doing. So anyway, Carly is working overtime to do her very best to keep the truth about Nina and Willow from coming out. Like, she ran up in there trying to run all types of interference between Drew and Denise. Coming up with all type of excuses, trying to defend Denise. Just all type of mess. Talking about, oh, maybe she was protecting Lorraine, aka Harmony. Maybe she was... Carly, sit down. Sit down. So basically, she told Denise, oh, well, if you can tell the truth, we'll be very gracious. We'll, it'll be worth you. I'll make it worth your while. Of course. Carly and Denise knew what she meant by that, dropping them little hints like, oh, you tell them another lie, I'll pay you more, basically. I'm like, yep, that's right, Carly, get that checkbook out. So she basically told Drew how Lorraine, aka Harmony, and her husband Doug already had Willow with them when they came to the commune. And she claimed that Harmony told her that, oh, well, Joan, gave us the baby to raise and stuff like that. So after that, Carly ran out to go, give her belongings that she left at the table, or act like that's what she was doing, because Denise left it there on purpose. And Carly gave her some more money and stuff like that. She asked her, she said, was that true? That Denise, seemed like not Denise, but Harmony seemed like she was running from something, because that's what she told Drew. And Denise said that part was true. That Harmony was jumpy, like she was running from something or someone, like she kept looking over her shoulder. So she said that part was true. Carly thinks that she's squashing this whole thing, and because Denise pretty much told Drew, like, leave the past in the past, like you shouldn't keep looking into this and stuff. But all it's doing is fueling Drew even more to look into it, because now he's getting the idea that the mother is still out there somewhere. So it's gonna make it's making him more determined to find her. You know what I'm saying? So Carly, you just gonna have to keep that checkbook ready, because the more he digs into this, the more people you gonna have to keep paying off. Like, I'm just saying, you better have your accountant call your accountant and tell them, listen, get the funds ready, because you obviously just gonna have to work overtime to pay folks off, because that's pretty much where this is going. Um. So anyway, Phyllis and Nina was sitting there babbling and talking or whatever about the whole Willow situation, and you know, she didn't know that Willow's pregnancy was that tough and stuff like that, and talking about her own pregnancy and how she thought the baby was gonna save her marriage to Silas, and then Madeline put a kibosh on that, how she never gonna forgive her again. I'm like, well, listen, you ain't never gonna forgive her. That woman is in the ground. She ain't worried about it at this point. Y'all gonna have to work that shit out on the other side. So when Nina left, she bumped into Ava and stuff, and you know, Ava brought her up to speed about her confrontation with Liz and about the miscarriage and stuff. And you know, Ava started softening up a little bit, because she was like, how the hell can I make Nicholas pay if he done lost a child? I'm like, Ava, if you only knew. If you only knew, that man ain't really lose no child. Like, Ava just need to go ape shit on him. Like, you just need to tear his shit up. Like, go after Casanai Industries, take that shit from him, do what you gotta do. That man need to feel some pain. I'm just saying, hit him where it hurt. Hit that wallet. You know what I'm saying? Go after their ass, because they trying to make a fool out of you. You need to get him. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hope you all have a great night. I will see you all later. Have a good night. Peace.